Chat, I thought did this start like right now, no?
Are we watching Starship
once
today?
Again, though, we're going to be targeting to send Starship.
Sure, but where are they going to send it though?
Down in the Indian Ocean. We had a really quick check-in yesterday with the Starship recovery team out there on station. They're helping us to maintain the range and a whole lot more. So let's jump back out there once more today. We've got Suren Sunai joining us live from the boat deck out in the Indian Ocean, a couple hundred miles off the coast of Australia. Suren, how's it going, man? Welcome to the Flight 12 webcast. How's everything looking out there in the landing zone?
Wait, they're gonna IPO this shit?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little rougher than it was yesterday. Nighttime, it's hard to see the horizon, but we're looking at about 10-foot seas. And
yo, I'm gonna have to get in on that.
We're loving it, but it's rough.
All right, what's your guys' primary job out there? I mean, you're out kind of in the middle of nowhere. What are you guys doing?
Maybe a little 5 mil on that?
So, like as you mentioned, like it's usually a 500 to 600 nautical mile sail from shore. And our primary goal is as a range clearing group. So like we come out here and make sure there's no one else in the area so the rocket can launch. But that kind of allows us to do our second goal, which is to conduct imagery of the rocket as it re-enters and as it splashes down. We get a lot of other data, but like the primary one is for sure imagery.
Okay.
With an ensemble of
this looks like a shit setup.
Assets.
This is awful.
And talk to us a little bit, because it's evolved over time.
There has to be a better way than this shit.
Of getting those views, to talk us through where we've gotten to now today.
Oh my.
Yeah, I think some people know, but like the Mark said.
What the fuck are they doing?
That's the buoys that we use, and they were originally used as sailboat racers. And we kind of put him in as a Hail Mary attempt on Flight 5 to get imagery of the rocket as it came down. And we all thought it maybe would have worked, but we were super shocked and really pleased to see
Chat,
all
these are literally
the buoys pointed right at the rocket as it came down, which was a testament to not only the scrappy engineering we were able to put together, but also the rocket's ability to land right on target. And then since then, we've kind of iterated more and more, and these buoys have become way more robust and have now a lot more data collection materials, not just visual imagery. And as a result, they kind of are the most mature versions they've ever been. And it's really cool because almost all the buoys that we're deploying even now for Flight 12, we just got them off our back deck a few hours ago, are the exact same ones that were used for Flight 5.
And I saw a couple of user terminals. How's Starlink kind of playing a role in this entire operation?
Dan, I'm not gonna lie to you. If we didn't have Starlink out here, we would be screwed. Like just on like a usual basis of like working, we're allowed to like have calls with each other and like work on documents with each other, send things to each other in like a very timely manner because of the Starlink on the boat. But not only that, each one of these buoys is equipped with a standard Starlink Mini, the one you would just get from like ordering it commercially, and that allows us to not only operate the buoy remotely, but also to get live stream data and telemetry, which is honestly super useful, and I don't think we have another solution for it without Starlink.
All right, before I let you go, what's it like? You're out
well,
there,
I mean,
and then all of
you
a sudden,
could do a drone relay
in the sky. What's that feel like?
on paper.
Dan, I can't lie to you. It feels awesome. Just like being on the boat, not seeing any land for miles and miles, and then hearing the Starship crack down with its sonic booms and watching it breach through the sky.
Chat, you would run your own little station.
And really excited to feel that again today.
Right,
put a relay on the fucking on the drone
real soon. Thanks for joining us,
then
man. I'm
the little
send
drones,
it now back
they
down
bridge
to
the
Kate
fucking
and Jake,
connection
the latest progress we're
to
making
you.
at Cape Canaveral in Florida.
Well, why is not feasible?
Now,
it's very
if we want
feasible.
to get to the moon and then Mars as fast as possible, there's really only one answer, and it's to launch a lot more rockets.
Yeah, and to do that, we're going to need a few more launch pads and support buildings, which is exactly what we're working on over in Florida. So originally built for Apollo,
Chat, when is this ideal coming out?
Launch Complex 39A has flown 126 Falcon missions since SpaceX reactivated the pad in 2017.
Yeah, I actually remember the day that we
I'll
did
ask my
that.
investor guy.
I was able to host the live webcast for that first launch out of Pad 39A, and it was just so amazing to see
They do
that
drone
pad
relays in
come
Ukraine,
back to
really?
life. And it's also
telling
exciting
you,
to see how today, almost 10 years later, the ongoing construction, as you see there on your screen, and the development that will bring a second launch tower to Launch Complex 39A. It's designed to expand our capabilities to support Starship launches in the future, while also continuing to support Falcon Heavy missions from the original Apollo shuttle Falcon launch tower.
Yeah, and we're not done. We're also building a Starship launch pad
Chat.
at Slick 37.
What's
and to
that?
support the uptick in future launches,
Slick
there's
37.
Giga Bay, a giant assembly and maintenance facility designed to prep Starships ahead of Florida launches. And when complete, this huge structure
I watched a documentary today about
24
Ocean
cells
Gate, the
and
Titan,
over 800,000
the
square
Titanic
feet of
disaster.
workspace. It's going to be a big building.
So much space.
Chat.
So yeah, SpaceX's future in Florida is quickly taking shape with our very first launches on the horizon.
What were they thinking?
Exactly. A horizon that aims for regular trips
It was just
to the
so,
moon.
so dumb.
And speaking of moon, we've got another special guest for you today. Dan, I think the last time you and I were on a webcast with this person was Polaris
the main
Dawn,
guy was trolling
as
the
he was
game.
performing the very first commercial spacewalk.
Chat.
That's right, Kate. And
Chat, they
Jared,
stopped tracking it, the amount of carbon fiber alterations completely, then suffered a bunch of carbon fiber breaks.
It's great to be
then
here.
they put the fucking thing
do a little bit of a flyby. I think they should accompany
in
all
below
the great
zero
rocket
weather.
launches.
Whatever.
We certainly got a great rocket out there on the pad. But wonderful to be back, and no surprise, it's always changing here. It looks amazing.
I was going to say, it's been a couple of years. What was your impression flying in? It just the lay of the land.
Well, I think it was actually maybe 10 months ago. I was here slinging pizzas. I got a new job now, but it was. There's been so much that's changed even since then. Yeah, the facilities look amazing. All the housing that's coming in here, and of course, you got 2 orbital launch pads
the
out
legends
there
say
and a rocket that's just looking fantastic,
wherever you are,
especially
wherever you are, they can hear what you're saying.
You got a new
so
job.
be
It's
careful.
been a slow start to your first 6 months. I mean, you only sent humans around the moon for the first time since the Apollo days. Bill and I kind of nerded out a little bit. Like that was the last thing I worked on when I was at NASA. So seeing them go was just insane. Like, how's everybody feeling after the success of Artemis 2?
Well, I'd say I have the best job in the world, and I certainly work with an unbelievable team. I mean, as you
do
know,
I say
that mission was
because
a long
he has,
time in the making. So I got to show up at the right time to see
he's got, like, satellite
everybody
dishes
put all that effort to put it in action.
mounted.
But what a great mission! Those 4 astronauts, you couldn't have had better better ambassadors for humankind.
He's a nice
to the
guy. We've seen him
stars.
before.
I mean, they really brought us all along for 10
I
days.
jokes.
And
He doesn't
we're
mind
getting
it.
ready for what comes next. We're going to start stacking Artemis 3. We got a lot of the hardware in the VAB already. We're hoping to even get out to the pad before the end of the year, do another wet dress. So,
All right.
and we're looking forward to seeing
5
this thing
minutes to
fly.
check.
'Cause,
Could this blow up?
hopefully, at some point in the not too distant future, we're gonna join up in Earth orbit.
Yeah, I mean,
If they
what's
could,
coming
right?
up next, and ultimately, like, based on the moon, that's the big focus. Like, what's kind of the why? Like, why are we doing this for everybody?
Oh, well, I mean, and yes, we're certainly trying to get back to the moon, but what's coming up next? We're also building a moon base in parallel. And why are we doing that? Well, it's for a lot of the shirts I see around here, which is Occupy Mars. I mean, what a great opportunity. Go to the moon, return to the moon, build a moon base on the South Pole, interact with the water ice, right? Maybe work on some of those skills we're going to need when we're 4 days away from home for what we might need someday when we're 9 months away from home. But we got other things coming up too. You got Nancy Grace Roman, that telescope's going to launch later this summer. There's a lot of great, exciting
Nancy
things
Grace?
going on at NASA right now.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, SpaceX, we're custom built to try and make life multiplanetary. We're super honored, excited to be part of this entire Artemis program. Really excited to see Starship, sending people to the moon, all of the different pieces working together. It's going to be a really exciting future.
Oh, absolutely. Well, thanks for having me here. It's great to see everybody. Again, I know a lot of hard work leads up to a moment like this, so we're all rooting for you, and we're looking forward to
I
meeting
volunteer
up
as
next year
first
in Earth orbit.
moon
All right,
streamer.
man. Well, I'll let you jump back in there.
I will stream all day playing
Toss it
games and
back
shit
down
doing
to Kate
React
and Jake.
and on the moon. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say we could listen to you guys yap about the moon pretty much all day. It's so inspiring to hear about the future of exploration on the moon. And if you caught the show yesterday, you also heard some more future space exploration news.
Yeah, that's right. From to Mission Commander Chun Wang will be one of the first humans to become an interplanetary traveler. Don't think I've ever said that word before. While also joining
it's still my
Starship's
job. I
first
want to do
mission
that.
to fly past the moon.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Amazing. In fact, that Dragon capsule that you saw there was Dragon Resilience. That is the same Dragon spacecraft that Administrator Isaacman flew in both Inspiration 4 and Polaris Dawn. So
Chad,
it's a
if
good
you're
one.
an Earth, you're an Earther.
Now, Dan,
if you're
we're now
a
coming
Mars, you're a
back
Martian.
into
If you're a Moon, you're a what?
a terminal count
A
again.
warrior?
Anticipation is definitely growing as we proceed towards our second attempt. Once again, this is the first
A
flight.
Moonian.
We're aiming to fly for the first time Starship version 3, massive upgrades across the vehicle that you see at the pad there, as well as the pad itself.
It's a Lunarian.
The good news is we've had a pretty quiet countdown today. We are looking at a green range still, not tracking any issues with our weather, with the vehicle, or with the pad
Chat,
for a
is
launch.
this part
We
really
are
well
now
secured? It looks
getting
like
into the
it could
phase where
break
we're
it.
closing out prop load on the ship, and then booster is going to
Oh
close
no, it
out
only
in
goes
about
kind
15
of almost
seconds
just straight
or
up, right?
so.
Like 45
Once
degrees
we're
at
fully
most.
done with this, you're looking at 11.5 million plus pounds of liquid
Like, it wouldn't
propellant
suffer
on
that
board
much
Starship and
sideways.
Super Heavy. We're going to get the pad itself ready, push back all of the propellant that's in those lines running from the farm up to the launch mount. Just kind of harden the area and get it ready
Chat,
for
what's a
launch.
LOX
We're going to
chat?
peek inside. Hopefully you see the engines do a little wiggle as we do our final steering check. That'll happen at T-minus 100 seconds, and then after we get through T-minus 40.
Oh, liquid
If you tuned in
oxygen.
yesterday, you're very familiar. If we need to hold, we can go into what's called rapid recycle, essentially, where we can hang out at T-minus 40 seconds. It's built in. We're only going to hold
Built in.
if there's an issue, not currently tracking one. They can pop up after we pass T-minus
I love
40.
gay
But
fucking
right now, we're looking
femboys.
good. Hopefully, going to
Anyone
move
else?
right past that.
Chat, this
And
looks
then
fucking
once
sketchy,
we
I'm not gonna
do
lie.
Past T-minus 40 seconds, a number of
these
events
are
will
fairings,
occur
right?
in quick succession. That is when the QD vent gate or quick disconnect vent gate will clear the gas commodity lines that connect the
I
pad
don't
to
like
the
it.
vehicles. Both the ship and the booster will configure their comm systems for flight and will rapidly run leak checks on gas
Chat,
and
wouldn't those
fluid tanks.
interfere with the
And
aerodynamics
the
though?
booster goes to internal power, and its engines will get their final priming for launch, while the ship's
I'm
engines
saying, no, it
begin their
does, though.
assembly profile and arms the automatic flight safety system.
Yeah,
It
and once we
changes the
pass
airflow
T-minus 40
entirely.
seconds, we still have the ability to rapidly recycle the count under certain conditions back to T-minus 40 seconds.
Chicken nugget hot dog to the moon.
Looks like we might be getting some engine wiggles here, as Dan mentioned earlier. These allow us to check out the thrust vector control actuators on these engines.
If I'm right, they need to hire me. Okay, hold on.
Important to make sure that they can
You guys say
steer.
LARP, LARP the horror.
That's definitely
but
right.
if this breaks because
And
of that,
flame diverter on
send the
pad 2
taxi.
activates at around T-minus 17 seconds and enters what is essentially the point of no return at T-minus 10 seconds. If we have a hold close to T-minus 17 seconds, there's a chance we could recycle, but the
T-minus
closer
1
we
minute.
get to T-minus 10, the lower that chance
Chat,
becomes.
'cause
We just heard we're at T-minus 1 minute.
Yeah, so at this point in time, we're going to stop talking. We're going to let
It's
the
low-key,
rocket
chat. This is a
take over
very,
and
very
listen to
long
some amazing pad sounds of the first
vehicle
flight
to
of
have
Starship
some
version 3.
You know, whatever. I'm gonna stop talking. When I do play Scribbles for this program, and it's only too long like that, and I start twisting, it breaks like a dick.
All right, we are holding. We were just waiting for the fuel pushbacks to complete into the prop farm. We did hear that that did just complete, so expecting them to reset that hold shortly.
Oh!
Clock, the hold is reset, clock is rolling.
Flight directors go for launch.
Chat, the thing that cools, right? Like the pre-cool. Chat, I low-key think this blows up.
Minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, ignition.
Jesus!
We have
Eh! Holy shit! Holy fuck, look at all that power! Holy shit, that looks insane.
Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
Yeah, Chad, they're already twisting, see? Oh, you can't see at the bottom. Look, they're already so angled.
T plus 30 seconds into flight, seeing 33 out of 33 Raptor 3 engines on booster V3. Ascending over the Gulf now, coming up on maximum aerodynamic pressure.
Booster
Okay, that's crazy.
Power, telemetry nominal.
Okay, that's the coolest ride we've seen.
System's looking good. We're just passing through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
Freedom.
A little over a minute into flight.
Look at that, like was that 40 degrees?
Vibrations chilling out here at Star Factory as we continue to
They're not
watch
going that high, that's why.
Starship Flight 12 arc out over the Gulf. The next major thing coming up is going to be hot staging.
Booster prop systems nominal.
Reminder, we do what's
like 50
our
degrees.
version of Miko. Most engines cut off, so we're going to shut down all but 5.
Look how fast it's twisting,
the Raptor
though.
engines on the booster.
Okay, I was wrong. It actually can hold it.
And then after that happens, we're going to ignite the 6 engines on ship while it is still attached.
Now it's Z-twisting.
We have clamps that hold the 2 together. Those are going to retract inside of that hot stage ring, kind of protect them. Looks like we had one of the engines go out, still flying on 32 of the Raptor engines.
Yeah, we saw it kind of blow up, no?
Once we get the hot staging, those 6 engines on the ship are going to ignite. We're going to do it in a little bit different of a
almost 90 degrees
sequence on version 3. Essentially, those 3 RVAC engines will ignite first. Almost immediately after, just one of those central engines is going to ignite, and that's going to give the booster a bit of a kick, sending it in a known direction, followed shortly after by the other 2.
Here it comes.
We're through Miko.
Huge separation.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Successful
Dude.
hot staging separation. We are not seeing as many booster engines ignite as we expected for boost back, but we are seeing 6 good engines lit on ship. It looks like we just had an early boost back shutdown. Again, a reminder, the booster was planned to essentially head into the Gulf for a splashdown, but it has shut its engines down early on into boost back.
Okay, Chad, now I'm actually wondering how they got the footage to be that good.
One of the RVAC, so we're
with the
now
vibrations
running on 5 engines on ship.
Oh, the vibrations are going downwards. So the upper is good.
Engine out capability, so it's going to continue into its ascent. You got booster on the left there, ship on the right.
Ship avionics power and telemetry nominal.
We are not planning on bringing the booster back for this flight, as this was the very first time.
I'm not even capping, but if I put some wings on my Honda Civic VTEC, it would gap that shit far farther.
All right, so we're about 3 minutes, 50 seconds into today's flight. Just a reminder, the ship planned to burn its engines for about 8 minutes and change. About 8 minutes and 11 seconds was our planned timeline for today. That could shift slightly as we do have 1 engine out, running on 1 fewer RVACs.
Then 1 out of 3 is bad news.
Again, continuing to watch. So booster did not complete its boost back burn. We would not see all of the engines ignite that we expected.
Yeah, it's pretty slow, but it's
continuing to get some views from it, though. That's going to make a splashdown somewhere in the Gulf. Reminder: we clear air, sea space, everything for these launches.
Normally they would be at like 15,000 some shit by now, no?
Chat, is kissing boys gay if it's in space?
All right, so we are coming up on T plus 5 minutes. Ship continuing to fire 5 of the 6.
Thanks
Standing by for callouts, making sure ship's on its planned trajectory. Again, we are planning a suborbital trajectory for the ship today. Booster giving us some views as it continues to make its way
Dude, that looks so nice
towards the water. All right, so a little over 5.5 minutes in flight. Kate, Jake, you guys with me? It looks
Well,
like
I can't
boosters
wait to
starting
go
to come in
space
hot.
then.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to stand outside to watch launch, and wow, that was incredible.
Yeah, that was really loud, really shaky, and I was actually surprised how fast the booster got off the pad or the whole stack. That was quite incredible.
Chad, that's like an
We
extra
have views
stage
here from
entirely,
the
no?
booster coming back
That makes the
down,
stage one
making its way
completely
into the Gulf.
like standalone from the main
cool to see.
vessel.
The chamber pressures on 5 out of 6 ship Raptor engines.
Great news there
Landing
for
startup.
Starship.
Chat, this is the equivalent of in KSP when I add the fucking
Once again, we
super
were
mega ring at the
not
bottom
going
full
to
of fucking
bring
rocket
the
boosters, right?
Super heavy booster back to the tower. We were planning on having
Oh,
it land
come
in
on.
the Gulf.
And it looks like the booster ended its mission there in the Gulf, but we've got a ship still flying. Great to see that. Still have 5 out of 6 engines there on
55
S39.
knots bar.
Yes, we also heard good chamber pressures as well on those engines that are lit. We do have engine out capability. We do see that we have one of the RVAC, one of the Raptor vacuum
Chat,
engines
can you type
that's
that's
currently
crazy?
out,
It's my
but
favorite
that's okay.
emote.
Ship is
That's
continuing
crazy.
on.
That's crazy.
Wait, chat, one of the
that's
one of the
Amazing
boosters is
views
still
of
tracking
planet
it.
Earth there in the background.
Yeah, I love the S39 decal there. That just gives the ship a little bit of character. And again, all these great views brought to you by
Chat.
Starlink, of course.
Chat, why don't they add a bunch of sponsors here and get some free money?
Yeah,
I mean, it's free money.
obligatory shout out to the entire Starship avionics, camera, electronics team. Did a whole lot of work to
Guys,
get
this
these
guy's a cylinder
upgraded
kid. You on this
cameras.
motherfucker.
A look inside of the ship skirt. You can see those 3 center engines ignited. The RVAC's continuing to fire as well. We did see at least a couple engines fire up on booster for that landing burn before we lost contact with it.
Chat, they really optimized those
We
rockets,
should
huh? I mean,
have
look at
just
that.
a little
compact
over
now.
20 seconds to go.
It used to be like
We'll
fucking
see
10,000
if
pipes.
the burn extends a little bit. For the engine out, essentially you can run your engines a little bit longer or throttle up a little bit more
47 months.
to account for the one engine not being lit. So right now we are standing by for Seco.
Yeah, but right the 3. I saw the comparison of the old rockets and the new ones, how much more compact it is. I'm the king of my own land. Actually, not seeing Calvin
Again,
stand
we
on
are
rocket,
continuing to
80%
go
on
a
rocket
little
will
bit
blow
longer.
up.
Five engines still burning
Look at
on
it.
ship.
Jack, see that? See that? Like, look. See all that? No! Lag! Chat, what do you do after? There's no more stage after this, right? It just lands back straight down. I mean, this is gonna go down like a fucking rock.
And starting to see shut down.
Wait, 26,000!
RVACs have shut down. Sea levels are shut down.
Wait, 26,000? That means that, wait, they're fucking rolling it. So normally they deploy satellites further up at like 20, what, like 25, 24,000?
Seeing if we can
But they went-
get an update on the ship orbit insertion. But we have shut down again. We did run longer as we were engine out. We were flying with.
No, I know it's speed.
5
I'm
of
just
those
saying.
6
I'm just
Raptors
saying.
Pretty much the whole time.
Usually they make it into orbit
Ship FTS is
and they
safe.
cap out at like 25,000 or some shit. 20, 26. I'm just saying, like, this one's going really fast for not being in orbit. Because they went sideways really early, that's why. They twisted it.
All right, well, we definitely got a ship in space right now.
Very cool. Let's go with the camera. Ooh.
As you can see, the teams are incredibly excited to see Starship there in space. We are awaiting the call out of
Oh, they're doing the test again.
insertion. So we're going to stand by for that. We can see the flaps moving here, actuating. But wow, the cheers here in the lobby are certainly almost as loud as liftoff was.
Yeah. Man, a lot of action going on. And, you know, we said at the top of the show, excitement guaranteed, and we're only 11 minutes in.
Those are
we still
cool,
have a lot
man.
more to go here on the mission
Are
today.
they doing like slight corrections for re-entry or what?
All
Are they gonna
objectives
enter?
are done on the booster, so now all eyes are on the ship as we get ready for our in-space objectives.
AX, thanks
Exactly.
for
So like I
everything.
said, we're still
You got
standing by to
this.
hear the call out for
Question,
nominal
what do you
orbital
like about
insertion, but
Australia?
we've got a few
Will you ever
minutes
come to
Kangaroo.
Australia?
before the next milestone. So we're going to continue. We've got some amazing views here of the ship.
Yeah, there's a
Wow,
belly
it's
flop,
just
yeah.
This is our planet. This is our home.
Chat, I have an idea, Jeff, for the next launch. To capture the video footage, need to have a thing on the inside, and it
As a
back
reminder, the
launches a
objectives
small
for
device
ship today
that films
not
downwards.
only included the separation that we saw, but we're also planning to deploy 20 Starlink simulator satellites, as well as 2 Dodger Dog satellites. That's what our internal teams refer to as our newer satellites. We saw a preview of those earlier. We should see those deployments here in a little bit. We're also hoping to perform a relight of a Raptor engine as well.
Yep, that's exactly right. And the relight will look a little bit different this time. We're hoping to get a little bit of a longer duration. Of course, we got to see once we get there. And
Yeah, deploying
that
satellite with a
relight
cam to
won't
film on the
actually
outside.
be changing our orbit necessarily, but we're doing it more so as a technology demonstration.
So this makes the Earth look small, no? Like I know it's all by scale, but it just makes it feel small. Like they go half around the whole thing in like 15
For those
minutes.
of you that maybe just recently tuned in, you missed a pretty exciting almost 13 minutes. We had a liftoff pretty much on time, almost right exactly at 5:30 p.m. We did have a
We're
brief
doing
hold
26,000.
at the T-minus 40-second period, but
in
we
the
were
grand
able
scheme of
to
things, that's nothing.
proceed through that, and we saw a gorgeous liftoff. Jake and I were able to stand outside and witness that with all of our colleagues.
I mean,
and
in the
what a
grand
moment.
scheme,
I'll
the
tell you
whole
what,
universe.
It is a heck of a lot louder out here than it was at Ad
This
Astra.
is some bullshit.
Absolutely. And a couple
This
things
is like-
I
this is
noticed
like
on
a
the way uphill
fucking-
today on the ship.
a
So
quark
obviously
in-
it looks like we lost one of the RVACs on the
on
way,
the planet.
but that is a good way to demonstrate our potential engine out capability there. So
Exactly.
I think we actually saw the 3 gimbaling engines kind of gimbal over a little bit to compensate for that offset and thrust. So that was really cool. That's something I know the team's been, we've analyzed that since Flight 1 all the way back.
And the thing over no countries
it's
is
something
pure
that
water.
we've thought about quite a bit.
Maybe a few
and,
islands.
It was kind of cool to see it in action in real life
Imagine
today.
you're a fucking
Yeah,
tribe
absolutely.
in some fucking island and nobody's ever
you can
even heard
tell
about.
Jake is on
It's
the
this
Raptor
big
team.
ass flying can above your fucking
But
radio.
hey, one non-Raptor thing I noticed also back
And
on
yes,
the
us
when we had the
humans
shot
think
of
we
the
are the shit.
aft flaps. It's a little weird. We have tiles on the leeward side, so not on the side where we're going to see heating. And you might be asking, why are we putting tiles there? I had the same question actually. So I talked to some of our
it's
heat shield
orangey.
engineers the other day, and we're actually running. Yeah, here's the shot right here. Great. So the fact that we're seeing all these tiles still on the flap right now is really good, because that actually was one of our experiments where we wanted to test different connection methods on the way uphill on ship. So actually ascent. So it looks like most, if not all, the tiles are still hanging on there. So that's
Yeah.
actually a really good data point.
Looks pretty good to me.
Oh, and those just hang
Now, once again,
even
this
without
view
without
is
being
from
interlocked
the
and
side
shit, right?
of Starship, which is
These
basically
ones?
the second stage of the Starship
Oh,
vehicle.
these
as
are
a
all
whole.
mounted differently.
This
That's what
is
you were
one
saying.
of the flaps on the vehicle that helps to control its position and attitude
So all
as
methods
it is
work then?
orbiting. And also helps to control during re-entry as well. That's a critical phase. I mentioned earlier that
put
we're
fucking
hoping
wood
to
glue on this shit.
deploy those Starlink satellite
Velcro.
simulators, as well as perform an in-space relight of a Raptor engine.
glop,
if all
glop,
of that
any
goes
aliens
well,
in chat,
we will be
glop, glop,
targeting a
glop.
soft splashdown in the Indian Ocean. We heard from Suren on the recovery team a
Payload
little bit earlier.
deploy.
They are standing by, waiting
Chat, that's how I do it, chat.
to
When it happens,
receive the ship that
I go
we see
payment deployment in 5.
All right, let's send it upstairs. Dan, how's it looking?
Hey guys, we are looking good. It does look like we are within bounds of what we analyzed if we were down one of our RVAC engines. So I wouldn't call it nominal orbital insertion, but we're on a trajectory that we had analyzed, and it's within bounds. So
wait, is this where they're at? No,
continuing
this
to
is
work
the
through it
departure.
with that engine out. They're working through some steps on the engines. We probably will end up skipping the Raptor relight for today, but it sounds like we should still be on
because if you think about it, Chad,
for payload deploy, at least at this time. So very dynamic moments right here with the ship. But we do have it in space. It is on a trajectory now, headed towards the other side of the planet.
A big change in the world could happen in 15 minutes.
In the Indian Ocean.
Imagine if there's some sort of fucking missile, ICBM,
it's
rocket,
start
fucking
to get darker.
hydrogen
We're
bomb.
heading into an orbital sunset.
The world can change in 15
We're
minutes.
going to have darkness for a little bit, and then it'll brighten up once we're on the other side of the planet. And hopefully
that's why
some good daylight when we
had
re-enter into the Indian
the
Ocean.
race to the moon to show who could do all that. And can you do all that? That's why we, the USA, have won. Because we did that. Oh, it's getting dark, chat.
All right, so we're a little over 17 minutes into flight. If you're just now catching up with us,
we did that.
We did see a liftoff right at the top of our window. Super Heavy getting off the pad, initially lighting all 33 of those Raptor engines, got through a successful hot staging. Initially lit 6 engines on ship, had 1 RVAC go out
it's not
on the
dust,
way
it's
uphill, but still able to make it into space.
The frozen, like...
And right now we're trying to see if we are going to get into payload deploy still.
Like the thing, the cooler bullshit that freezes.
Coming up right on the part of the timeline when we were expecting it. You'd look inside a Starship there. Oh,
satellites?
I see a door opening.
All right, China, they're gonna toss pizzas. Watch this.
Door is open. Just a reminder,
they're gonna go pizza.
22 deployables in the payload bay today. 20 of those Starlink mass simulators, and then 2 are Dodger dogs, as we like to call them internally, sitting up their modified V2 Starlink satellites. Those are going to be testing a bunch of components that we're planning to fly on Starlink V3, and we've also got them outfitted with a number of cameras for another tech demo that we're trying out on this flight. We definitely are looking for a way that we can look at.
If America has most of the things that are in space,
while it's still in space,
let's say there's going to be a space war.
So much from the cameras and the flash,
instantly win.
You can't see everything.
Because what if they have weapons already in the grid?
One of the only ways you can do that is if you got something else flying near it. So we're going to attempt to our final 2 satellites going out the door have a suite of cameras on them that are going to be looking back at the ship. We're going to be in nighttime, and so we've got...
When are they going to fucking launch the pizzas?
Sounds like we're getting into payload deploy. We'll be in nighttime. They've got some powerful flashlights on them to try and illuminate the ship's heat shield while we fly
I personally think this system is bad. I said last time...
See some Pez
you could say, yo, you're sure, shut up, I don't give a fuck, but I think there's a better way to do this payload delivery. I think it's shit. Are you... Alright, pizza number 1, not bad.
Pew, pew.
Okay, that was nice, actually. Okay, chat, they improved the pizza delivery. Okay, I agree with this one. This one's not bad.
2 down, 20 to go.
It drops a stack, it locks one, then it removes,
as a reminder,
and it just slides it off.
One of the things
easy.
that we upgraded in version 3 kind of gave a little soup up to the Pez dispenser, so those satellites going to move out a little bit quicker than they did on previous Starship flight tests.
Okay.
So first 2 out the door, 2 more on their way out.
Hey, don't lag. All right, pizza number 2. I don't know what they're deploying. Probably satellites as always. Very Starlink shit. 3. We're looking at.
All right, 4 down, 18 to go.
Is it already? Listen. Well, sorry, man. I'm nervous.
Flexing my basic math skills here today.
Oh, they're fake satellites
Again,
because they're
the
not in
majority
orbit.
of this
That's why.
stack, 20 of these 22 satellites, they're essentially just mass simulators, so they're roughly the same size as those Starlink V3 sats that we're hoping
They're like
fly
dummies.
later
They're
this
like
year.
pieces of plastic or some shit. Upon re-entry, they will burn in, so they won't be debris.
Yep. And from this top-down view, so you're looking down at the stack, those 2 satellites you see on the very top, that
I see a design
very
flaw.
different. They've got
What if some of this
solar arrays, they've got a
debris
bunch of
was to
other
wedge
deployables on them
inside
that we're going to be
of the
testing out
chain
that are gonna
system?
be V3 tech, and
They need to
got,
protect the chain with some sort of
3
cover.
engineering cameras and then 1 other camera that's hopefully going to be giving us some views of Starship in space. But we will see how that works. Again, this very much a tech demo. We're going to deploy those. The satellite's going to kind of try and turn everything on, look back at Starship, and the primary reason we're trying to do this is to get some views of the heat shield.
So what if they put a little heater on the chain so it doesn't get cold?
2 more out the door, and I think that counts, or that comes up to 8 total.
USA, USA,
As
USA.
you can tell, the teams are stoked to see this demonstration happening. It's pretty incredible to see this happening live from space. Now, as we noted earlier in the
USA
show,
is never
but worth
cringe.
repeating, this Starship version 3 is built to deploy up to 60 of Starlink's more advanced
We used to be a
V3
country.
satellites.
We used to be united. United States of America.
To offer 60 terabits per second of downlink capacity per satellite. Now
Now
is
we are
20
like
times
the divided
more
states of
than
dog
ancient
shit.
Falcon 9 does today. Incredible.
This helps reunite us.
All right, I think that's number 10 going out the door. Yeah, there it goes. So yeah, the camera view you have on your left screen there is
You're so
basically
cringe. Holy fuck,
right
yeah.
at the bottom of the payload volume. So the kind of dome-shaped structure you see there that's actually the top of the fuel tank.
Then the camera view that you have on the right is an external camera that we have positioned so that you can see basically the light through the open Pez dispenser door that you see. That's that sliver of light. And we can see the Starlinks here deploying as each one comes through.
You're just mad because they won't do that with fucking Kendrick albums. There's only fucking clangers listening to this shit.
Down. You are my son. Also, daily reminder, you look like an
As we mentioned, we have 20 of these Starlink simulator satellites, and then we have 2 of these specially modified, as we call them, Dodger dogs here around here. Those, as Dan mentioned earlier, they have some
we're
V3
America's
tech on them,
protector.
some solar arrays, and those will be the last 2 that will be deployed today.
Yeah, that's right. And
where we hold the ice
I think Dan called them turbocharged or supercharged Pez dispenser. It's definitely coming out much faster than our previous flights. So that
Pez
is
dispenser,
really
I like
good
that.
to see. Yeah, look at that. And especially once we, fill Starship up all the way with around 60 or so of these Starlinks, being able to deploy them fairly expediently, is going to be important for designing the overall mission profile.
Yeah. Now, fans of Starship may know that Starlink enables lots of unprecedented views, both from space, as we see here, and on Earth.
Well, that's true.
In addition to the dozens of cameras on Starship itself, we
Yeah,
also
that's
have mobile
pretty true.
Starlink camera kits deployed in the Indian Ocean.
This looks AI.
Yes, Starlink also connects our aerial
Why is it dark?
cinematography
Because it's
units
now
on the ground at
near
Starbase
Australia.
and at other strategic camera
And I'm
spots
saying it because
around
I'm lying.
Texas.
It's actually in between
It's all
Brazil
part
and
of
Africa.
how it all comes together. to tell the incredible story of Starship both on and off planet.
Yep.
All right, we're getting low on the stack. It looks like we got 2 more of those simulators to go out, and then it will be time for our Dodger Dogs, those modified Starlink satellites. Just a couple of updates
Dodger
while we
Dogs.
continue to watch payload deploy. Did get confirmation we're going to be skipping that relight of the Raptor engine, just due to everything that we saw on the way uphill. Those sea level engines, we're going to use them for a landing burn, though. They are still capable to be used for that. So we'll still look to do a controlled landing in the Gulf.
Oh, Chad, they're gonna land
in-space
on
relay.
face down, right? They're gonna Billy flop this shit, bonk. They're not doing some.
I think that's 19 and 20.
They're
headed
not
out the
catching
door.
it. It's gonna blow up then.
Space is cool and all.
And
but
coming up
how
are
about you
our
beat to run
Dodger
for
Dogs.
once?
So
Chad,
these
is there a bet on
modified
lander
V2 Starlink
explosion?
satellites. We do have a number of cameras on these that are going to attempt to look back at Starship.
Yeah, that'll blow up.
We're not going to get this video in real time, but we're going to try and turn it around if we do get some video down. So don't worry, if we get views of Starship from these satellites,
Chad, I just
we
wonder
will
what
be
Chad thinks.
sharing.
It's gonna blow up or not. Then. I think very likely to blow up.
These will be exciting because again, they're really a tech demo, getting our chance to test out some of the technologies for version 3.
Chad, it blew up almost every other time, no?
That's 18 and 20. My basic math skills are failing now. All right, here we go.
Well, not recently. Wait, let me watch it like 2 months ago. It exploded.
Elon said that it will only blow up if xQc's schedule is dog shit, so we are safe. Surely.
We're standing by for Starship, basically to serve the first Dodger Dogs to low Earth orbit.
That's funny, man. Very cool.
Welcome to the jungle.
One out the door.
It's not space debris. The dummies are gonna fucking burn in. They're all gonna burn in on re-entry.
And from this view, you can kind of see on the right side of the satellite, you see some bright
Buddy,
white
it's
spots.
re-entering
Those are our
at
flashlights. Beneath them, the
26,000
camera's
fucking
gonna attempt
kilometers
to
per
look back
hour
and image
into
Starship's
the
heat
fucking
shield
atmosphere, stratosphere
as
bullshit.
it flies slowly away from the view. And there it goes.
Holy, with the sun, aura.
Let there be light.
Yeah, it almost looks like the light is just shining right
What
at
a
us
shot!
there.
Oh, is it gonna cover it? Oh. Still nice though.
If you couldn't tell, we're pretty excited.
Yeah.
It is always
Hey,
sunny in
who
space.
turned it off? Who
Always
turned it
sunny in
off?
space, and that looks like an empty payload bay. So
Sure does.
that's exactly what you want to see there. That's great. So yeah, with payload deploy complete. Oh, you can see the door closing there. All right, there we go. So yeah, with payload
Wait,
deploy
chat,
complete,
this is actually
Starship
really
will
cool.
now close its.
They really optimized this shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, Starship, we closed the payload door, and we're going to continue
Why
to
you acting
coast
like
around
you know
Earth
shit
all the
about
way
rockets
to
when
the
it literally
Indian
took
Ocean.
you 3 hours
So
just
still
to
a lot of
land
major
on the
events
moon?
Shut
to
up,
come
bitch
today.
ass. I've
Sounds
watched
like we're
more
not
of
going
this
to hit that
shit
Raptor relight
than you.
based on what Dan was saying, but after that, of course, we'll have the atmospheric reentry and splashdown. And with that, we're going to go on another quick coast.
So sit tight, enjoy some amazing space views and the space jams, of
Yo.
course. And we'll be back in a few minutes for Raptor relight. Excuse me, not for the relight, but we'll be standing by for atmospheric reentry.
Okay. Oh, not. Chat. They haven't played enough KSP to get some really good music for this stuff.
Will you
Alright, if I was playing this chat, I play the outro.
Less than 3.
I play the outro. I play this. I play. Oh, hold on. This is my version.
Motherfucker plays Kerbal Space Program a handful of times and thinks he's part of the team. Man, shut your bitch ass up. LLLLLLLL.
Hold on.
Months in the jungle, suck it 1G.
Yeah, that would be upon landing actually. Hold on. Alright, let me try this one. Okay, then I would play Space Oddity then.
Check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom.
No, it's good. No, for launch you need something that's more cinematic. This is the space glide. Okay. Let me try again.
Prepare the open hammer scene too,
then,
just in case.
Then, I play
Forza Battle Royale yesterday. You
the Solar Song in D minor. Hold on. That's good. That's good too. Hold on. Alright, Chad's being weird. This one. Let me advance a little bit.
Claire de Lune would go really hard for this shot. What song are you gonna play when the shit go kabloom? Also Spurs in 5.
Okay, maybe not. Kick-Ass song? Wait, true actually. The song in Kick-Ass is actually kind of a remix of this song. It's not the exact one. But yeah, that's a good catch. Actually, it's pretty crazy you know that. Or maybe you watch my stream because I talk about it sometimes. Okay. Then chat, what about this? Okay, chat, what about this then? It's for a bomb? Okay, so we got the right tune then. It seems like we found our match.
Have a nice stream.
I mean, it's gonna go a couple hours when it lands. I mean, I'm telling you. I don't think the scientists say. I don't think what the chat says. This, when it hits the water, it will boom. I'm telling you. Yo, okay, then put your then put predictions, and put some points on it then. Then put some fucking points on it then. Prediction. Will this blow up on landing in the water or not? Yes. No. I'll give you guys 2 minutes to build for this shit. What did play market say? Hold on. Dude, 97% on explode. Oh, that's the booster though.
55 months of dumb predictions.
Chat, why don't somebody? Oh my god, I just thought an idea, but if I say it out loud, people are gonna copy it and make money off of it.
Shut up before I explode on you. I'm trying to watch the stream.
Chat, it bets on already made outcomes, but as soon as it happens, when it's like already happening at the very last second, and it's gonna be like 99%, but AI does that on everything
months.
at the
Maybe
very
welcome
last
to
second
Space Jungle,
for a good amount of
Mr.
money.
X. Bro, what the fuck are you saying?
Okay, yeah, people are already doing that. That's a banger. That's a banger.
Happy 82 months, try hard 7.
Oh!
On the spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim a lot of sticks like a laser tag. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. I did tickle lean where the lean at. Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Got red going jeans, cause I'm cool rat. Checking from my fan life is fantastic. I was broke as hell, sleeping on the mattress. Felt like a hell when nobody happy. Hot shells jumping out, they send me automatic. Ran it up by the condo, got a new edit. Now the VV's with a V-long jean jacket. They can see me even if you had 3D glasses. Bad bitch in the bikini, she from Calabasas. Got a pocket full of blue cheese and some green relish. I'm a sucker for these hundreds, got a cash fetish.
That looked hard!
These hundreds, I'm a mathematic. And this love make me wanna buy my dedicated. This love got me geeked up, I don't need a addy. Straight goals, let these niggas know we've already. Expensive clothes on my bitches, we ain't ball capping. Alien feel like I'm living on my own planet. Bought a spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim a lot of sticks like a laser tag. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. I did tickle lean where the lean at. Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Got red going jeans, cause I'm cool rat. Shit, no shoes overseas, they were pan level. Shop in Tokyo, Japan, they the best ever. Blue bear t-shirt, sleeve vanilla.
I think there's two like that, right?
Gotta bend down, this ain't a propeller. Man, we spend it down, copping Gucci sweaters. Said the dripping niggas drowning, I cannot help them.
Holy.
Guys, we are not the devil. Got Colombia ties out of Mexico. Spent the beds 100 times, still smell dope. Got some pimp, feel applying, feel
Same video, taking notes on one market. Oh, okay.
Shopping on Rodeo. I be if you don't want copy, visit Deo. I ain't stingy, my bro gonna get a payroll. I just want the pretty women in the pesos. I can only hit the engine in this Lambo. Bought a spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim a lot of sticks like a laser tag. Fuck a rich bitch, having rich set. Smoke a lot of trees, need a weed plant. I did tickle lean where the lean at. Sleeping on these G's is a beanbag. Got red going jeans, cause I'm cool.
See if we get any more videos down from those satellites, but I mean that's one we've been chasing for a while, so really cool to see it come to fruition here on Flight 12.
It's not spinning, is it? This is just the smoke.
Coming up on 40 minutes into the flight, and we should start hitting the re-entry period in the next 7 minutes or so. You'll start to see a light show building up.
On this diagram, they should have an arrow pointing at where it's currently flying into.
It was not needed for our trajectory or anything. We are on this suborbital trajectory to splash down in the Indian Ocean. We are going to attempt a landing burn.
It doesn't show. It doesn't show.
We'll see how they perform when we get there. And just a reminder, we're going to be we are going to be.
There should be a red arrow on
the
where it's currently.
Intentionally do a maneuver where we're going to kind of pitch the nose up and deploy those aft, those bottom flaps to really put a lot of pressure on them. So we'll see how it does through that maneuver, and then we'll be doing kind of a final banking turn before we get to a landing burn. So all that coming up in a few minutes. The light show should start beginning real soon.
It's stuck up north. Look. Here's advice for SpaceX. Yo, listen, guys. What we want, okay, is something like this. Like this. Like this. Just something like this. It's just small. Wait. We see the orientation, but we see how it's going through space. Like where the body is going. Is it going like this? I mean, is it going like this right now? I mean, is it going like this? I mean, okay. Then you tell me, chat. Then. Where is it going? Okay. Where is this rocket currently? How is it going? Alright, go ahead, bitch. There's a gray line. Oh! That line right there? Then change the color of it. We can barely see it. When it lines up with the corner, we don't see it. That's bad. That's real bad. Oh! Okay, then it's bad. Then it's bad. It shouldn't be going like this. It should be in front. Because now it looks like it's going that way. But it's going that way. It's going east, not west.
Boo woo woo.
The comment is directional, not geographical. It's in space. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chat, look. Oh, so it's gonna land in between Australia and Antarctica. What? Chat, what's okay? Then what's under fucking Australia then? Arctic. Motherfucker, what's under Australia, you moron? Oh my god, I actually hate this chat sometimes, man. World map. Moron. This ice right here, in between this and that. What is that? What is that, the bottom part? Antarctica. So I said it correctly then. I said it right the first time, and you're mad at me for what? I said in between Australia and Antarctica. I said that. Under is in south. What the fuck are you talking about, man? Oh, I can't. I'm being trolled in live and it's making me really angry. What is the body of water in between Antarctica and Australia? Oh, I'm done. That's it. That's it. Done. 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 That's it. Done. Done. No longer listening and no longer reading. That's it. So I'm being told again. Indian Ocean. So I said that, and it's like in the Indian Ocean. So everything I said was correct. Why are you making mad at me? What did I do? Wait, what are we waiting for? I mean, chat, what is this thing so long? I want to see it go kablow. Okay, next time they do this, bro, Elon Musk. I know you're listening, Elon Musk. Next time play this instead. During any moment of stalling, play this instead. Get a sponsor from this guy. Pay him like 10K and play a song.
It's my birthday. Can I get a welcome to the jungle, you cutie?
That's how you get people to tune in. That's how you get instead of watch fucking stream. That's how people get to watch space. You need to get an except for space. If you get say, oh guys, come watch space, and you put in some fucking dog shit jammers, they won't fucking watch. They won't fucking go to. They won't want to go into those fields and then study that. You need to inspire the people. I know lots of people cool to watch, yeah. Ooh, dude. Maybe there's a lot of streams of these. My health good? Yeah, I had something to do afternoon and then I got fucked up. Like I had a big headache. I think I'll just go live. Yeah, I saw that on me. Every patch notes I said that would happen. It happened.
xqcL.
Chat, how long until it lands? Like, I'm not trying to fucking wait for this shit. Like, fuck, man.
Thank you for always being here, X. Hanging with you has got me through a lot of shit. xqcL.
Sentinel's Gate is located at the southern part of the ice wall. The terrain here is pretty flat, dotted with
what the fuck is this?
Small ponds and marshlands. In these swampy marshlands lives a species of penguin that is much wiser, much more evolved than the penguins that we know. They are the Sentinel penguins. Of course, that is where the Sentinel Gate gets its name from. The very first people thought to have found the ice wall and this...
Oh my god, bro. I actually cannot.
Essentially. And of course, Starlink is a big part of it, as that's what allows us to actually gather this data and show these live views. And again, the data gathering is really the main reason why we're doing these flight tests. So Starlink provides us just one more path to collect that data that ultimately allows us to rapidly iterate Starship's design.
Now, if Ship manages to make it all the way through re-entry, we'll collect valuable data on the spacecraft
this is a new wing, no?
Earth's atmosphere at these hypersonic speeds, which is basically more than 5 times the speed of sound. Now, we do anticipate that it might be a little bit of a spicy re-entry, so we'll see how far we get.
The side that takes the heat has the shields.
With the spacecraft,
the one that doesn't has no shields.
Around orbital velocity, roughly 8 kilometers per second, or for those of us that think in other units, roughly 5 miles per second. At those speeds, the spacecraft is moving through the atmosphere, and it creates that plasma field that we saw forming around the vehicle.
Yeah, and although the plasma looks really cool, it does distort some communication frequencies. So it's not uncommon to experience brief blackouts in communication.
It's in the hexagons, yeah, but one of the sides doesn't have it though.
Of course, thinking long-term here, Starship is designed to land on Mars where there are no runways or other humans to help out. That's why we're going with the propulsive landing instead of a more traditional means like parachutes.
Because there's no atmosphere.
Propulsive landing, not only, again, is it more cool, but it enables a more rapidly reusable rocket.
Yeah. Now we should hear some call-outs as the ship makes its way back to Earth.
Oh, it's thin atmosphere.
When we hear entry max heating and entry max Q, that means the ship has made it through the maximum heating and aerodynamic loads that it will experience as it returns. So if we make it through those, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah. And you can see in the bottom left right now, we're at 23,500 kilometers per hour speed.
Is this
crazy
a prototype wing they're trying, or is it just the backside of the wing?
As we keep progressing in the mission, we are going to hear a call out when the ship is transonic and then subsonic. So transonic refers to the period of flight where the velocities of airflow surrounding and flowing past the vehicle are concurrently below,
the backside of the bottom fins,
and above the speed of sound, kind of in that Mach 0.8 to 1.2 range. And for reference, commercial jets have a range of cruising speeds, but mostly fly around Mach 0.74 to Mach 0.85.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that seems accurate.
And after we hear the call out that Starship is transonic, we should hear the call out when Starship is subsonic. This refers to speeds that are much less than the speed of sound, so at this point in the flight, ship's velocity will be slowing down.
Wait.
We definitely have
otherwise it would what?
Still
Gain
here
speed?
In the lobby of SpaceX headquarters down here at Starbase, Texas. Everyone is, loves watching ship re-entry. It's always such amazing colors. This must be what it feels like to be one of those praying mantis shrimp or mantis shrimp. I can't remember exactly what the name is, but the ones that see in billions of colors. This is the closest I feel to being one of those.
Yep. I think one other thing that's cool to point out right now is look in the bottom right, you can see where we are on a globe there. We're squarely in the Indian Ocean already, and we've only been flying for 53 minutes. Yeah. So pretty crazy. We went all the way from Texas to the Indian Ocean in less than an hour.
Yeah. She flies pretty fast.
She flies very fast.
Chat. It's going really fast though, and it's not slowing down that fast either. Is it not going to Australia?
All right, so the light show continuing. We are through the period of peak heating, and we'll be looking at the peak pressure coming up in the next couple of minutes. The next 10 minutes are probably going to be the spiciest of entry today.
Really?
As a reminder, we are going to be doing some stress work on this ship where we're going to do a maneuver where we kind of kick the nose up to fully deploy those aft flaps to really get a good test of the structural strength of that part of the ship. We did that on one previous flight test on version 2.
Chad, is that what we watched last time?
Since we did skip the in-space burn, we're carrying a little bit of extra propellant in
Chad, so they're going to open the flaps like against
the nose,
the air resistance,
so
whatever?
That's going to put a little bit of extra stress on
against
those
the wind?
forward flaps as we come in.
That's pretty crazy.
So we will see if they're able to hold through that re-entry. So that will be another watch item. We did skip that in-space burn, but we are expecting at least 2 of those sea-level engines to try and ignite for a landing burn. We entered the entry period in a good attitude, so hopefully making our way to the targeted splashdown point. We've got that Starship recovery team standing by.
Chad, why don't they dump the extra propellant so it doesn't blow up?
10 minutes away from splashdown. So a lot of excitement over the next couple of minutes. Kate and Jake, let's see how Starship holds up on the way in.
Yeah, and we just heard on the nets there that engine chill has started. So Essentially what that means is we are prepping the landing engines by
they're not
getting
gonna
them
get back,
down
trust
to
me.
temperature.
It'll blow up. I
ahead
know
of
what,
that
like,
landing burn.
what is this
later in
delusion
the
today?
mission
This
here.
shit's gonna blow up. Extra propellant, the landing in the fucking water, it's gonna blow up, bitch ass.
And on
oh my god, I
our
can't.
previous flight tests, we've been removing a bunch of the tiles.
xQc
If you've watched
xQc
those, we were
xQc
really intentionally trying
Okay,
to push
I mean, it's
ship
all good.
beyond its limits.
I will apologize and say I was
on the
wrong
last
when
flight,
it doesn't
we
blow
even
up.
had,
If it doesn't, but it blows up.
basically a hole get punched into the liquid oxygen tank that you could see when we did the landing burn into the ocean, and this ship was still able to make it. But right now, we're really going to be testing the structural strength of these
I work for
flaps on the
NASA.
way
This is gonna
in,
blow
and
up.
we're-
See?
This is a flight test. We're trying to intentionally find where our limits are. And in this view, you're looking at a whole bunch of tiles. I think Jake talked about it earlier. We bonded some additional tiles to the leeward, or kind of the metal side of Starship, to see how
Inshallah
those different
xQc
bonding
cheer.
techniques would hold up. And looking like we've got quite a bit still attached.
Out of 30 space launches,
we're
54%
going
blew
down
up.
through the
We're not talking about the same thing though.
Here we are at about Mach
This is not a re-entry
16.1,
booster. This is landing
so still
belly flop
extremely
on the
fast,
ocean
although
with
we
fucking
have,
extra
scrubbed off
propellant.
a substantial amount of our speed already. Altitude at a little less than 60 kilometers.
We're not belly flopper. No, this is gonna belly flopper. Oh, upright, okay. Oh man, same thing. Whatever, we don't give a shit.
All right, we're about 8 minutes away from our targeted landing
like,
and splashdown time.
Every
Again,
other
this
time is
when
belly
the ship's
flopped.
gonna start
I don't know what it would change it.
really
Ship
getting
is
put
approaching
through
the
ringer.
end of the peak heating region.
Just heard the call out, getting to the end of the peak heating, so
Ooh.
the highest temperature the Starship's going to see during its re-entry.
Bro thinks this is KSP. This is real life mud.
KSP is real life though, bitch ass. Yo, KSP is more real in real life. Jebediah is real. More real than I am.
This camera angle changes as it is attached to the forward flap on Starship. So we're actually experiencing the articulation of that hardware, helping to steer the ship down for its precise landing in the Indian Ocean.
Chat, this is just like I can code this because I did it in the other game we played today.
Cool, kind of cool piece of perspective there.
They're doing
I know
the
some people say it makes them a little
axis
seasick,
5% and
but
they're
I definitely
clicking
love
it.
it. Makes it feel like you're you're really riding along with the ship on the way down.
Yeah, and aside from just looking cool, all these camera views providing just really critical data on how the heat shield, how the flaps themselves are holding up. That's why we've got these in the flaps and then all scattered all around the ship.
Look,
so you
I
can
signed
see
it.
how they hold up. There's some internal to the vehicle too that, and we're getting all of this video back via Starlink, even as we're just enshrouded in plasma. We're able to kind of operate at a high enough frequency to punch through, and that is blue ocean and sunlight you're seeing just beyond the flap. So we are coming down into daylight.
I low-key asked Elon Musk for a factory tour before it was cool.
In the Indian Ocean.
I wasn't early.
We've still got a couple maneuvers lined up where we're going to be really stressing the flaps on the ship. So
he didn't ignore it. It means he's very busy. He hasn't gotten to it yet.
Wow, that is incredible news. As Dan mentioned, we were expecting this re-entry to be super spicy, but excellent news that we're now past that period of peak heating and that now the external temperatures are starting to decrease.
Oh, very nice.
Those heat shield tiles there on the belly.
But also
of
the constant exposure
really
to the heat is what
to burn off all
would
of
make
that
something burn off.
inertia
No,
that the vehicle had prior to re-entering the atmosphere.
it can get hot real fast, but
Yeah,
it's
you
the
can
heat over a long period of
by
time.
The G meter down on the bottom right that we're starting to pick up a couple more G's here, so we're definitely
Like, look at this shit.
entering
It's getting a
the
little
thicker part
reddish.
of the atmosphere where we're scrubbing
Not as hot
off
as you.
all that
Thank you,
energy,
man.
like Kate's saying.
all right, just about 5 minutes or so to go. We're coming up shortly on the The maneuver where we're gonna, it's affectionately called
Damn,
the flap slap, where we're going to kind of pitch the nose up on the ship, and you're gonna see those aft flaps, the ones in the very bottom, fully deploy.
Ship is at peak dynamic pressure.
And we're now at peak pressure.
See, we don't see the line anymore.
Ship flap load test has started.
Oh. All right.
Looks like it's holding.
xQcP.
Again, the intent of that was to put just a lot of extra stress on those aft flaps. We are expecting the forward ones too to see a little bit of extra stress as we've got a little more propellant in our header tank, so the area right at the very nose of
Ship
Starship.
flap load test is complete.
And we're through that test.
Very cool.
There we go. And we just did that test
at the same speed, but lower in the atmosphere would be technically more because there'd be more wind and shit, no? But it can't do that because it wouldn't go that fast when it gets there.
All right, we are just about 3.5 minutes or so away from
xQc
our
witness.
targeted landing burn. Again, we're expecting to try and see
I'll do
two
the
of these
DJing
Raptor
today.
engines light for the landing burn. Normally we plan for 3, but we're going to give it a try with 2. Hopefully we've got
Ship is
Seren.
starting the RTLS banking maneuver.
67, 67, 67,
And that right there, so we're starting a banking maneuver, and essentially what that is when we come back to Starbase, or when we plan to come back to Starbase, the trajectory is designed so we'll essentially swing out over the Gulf and do a swoop maneuver to then come back to the towers for catch. And so we are doing that exact same maneuver as we head towards our targeted splashdown in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, and that call out there that we heard, RTLS, stands for Return to Launch Site. So definitely a pretty cool thing we're demoing here on the ship. You know, as in the future, we are going to be trying to bring the ship back to the launch site, which is going to be absolutely insane.
Absolutely. But of course, we want to test out these maneuvers, these principles, prior to actually bringing the hardware back to the pad. This is the same reason why we were intentionally not trying to bring the booster back to the pad. So we're trying all these things out in this developmental phase of the vehicle.
Let me DJ.
And really proving what a test flight is.
Absolutely.
Dynamic pressure is coming down.
All right, we heard there dynamic pressure coming down, and I'd say we're in a pretty good bank right now.
Yeah, executing the power slide. We're about 90 seconds away from our anticipated landing burn.
Yeah, there are some cracks actually.
Up, pretty sunrise on the other side of the planet.
Chat, couldn't that be the difference in temperature?
Starship is subsonic
fast temperature
and
change?
is on target.
The crowd here reacting to that call out, letting us know.
Oh no, I think it's just a layer of
this precise
contaminant at the top.
Landing in the Indian Ocean. This will once again be a soft splashdown. We should get some pretty cool views from the recovery team who we chatted with earlier. They are standing by to receive this ship. Once again, this is the first flight of our completely redesigned Starship version 3.
Yeah, and if you remember the suborbital flights from a few years ago, this is very much the same regime that we're in here. So we're sub 15 kilometers, executing what we call the belly flip maneuver.
Yes, serial number 8, the first belly flop. I remember it well.
Do not go gentle into the good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day.
Just some really amazing views of the Earth as the ship is coming back home. Thanks, Starlink.
Yeah, you can see the aft flap there making minor corrections.
Starship is turning for final approach to landing site.
Look at that turn.
There we go. Minor corrections and a full turn.
Yeah, Starship doesn't fly like an airplane.
Oh, yeah, one of the tiles
more
flew
like
out.
a skydiver. Full belly flop on the way down, using those flaps similar to arms to help change the path of the air over you. Coming up real soon. Again, going for a landing burn, trying to light two
It's too early, it's too early, it's too early.
level engines.
But then.
Landing burn startup.
Landing burn startup. 2 engines lit. Successful flip.
Not bad. And then.
Buoy can't
Starship is
detonate.
landing. Good shot time.
And. Boom! 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 Cinema. Holy cinema. Mods, you can pay out the voters in the chat. If you voted for boom, you win points. You're a doubter, you're a loser. I don't give a shit. You're a dumbass.
For the ship today, as weird as it may sound to hear, but it is the truth.
Absolutely wild. You know, at the beginning of the show,
We're pretty hyped.
Very
we
nice.
guaranteed excitement at the beginning of the show, and I'd say Starship delivered.
Absolutely. An incredible day for Starship. That was the first flight of that completely redesigned vehicle. As you can tell, the teams are incredibly proud of what we just saw.
Yeah, V3 definitely showed up. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've pretty happy crowd in the control room behind me, I will say. It's probably the most excited I've seen a lot of people in a really long time.
Okay, there is no
on target
way
landing.
that
Wow.
half of the people.
Actually, let's jump over. Hey, Tyler, how's everyone
total.
holding up in Hawthorne?
We're having a great time, Dan. Thank you so much. That was another exciting Starship flight in the books, and we hope that you enjoyed those awesome Starlink views. So congratulations to the team at Starbase and everyone here.
Wait, no, it's the opposite. Hold on. It's the opposite. Only 1/3 went on yes. Bro, that's max win. That's a 3x. Buddy, that's a 3x. Are we dead ass?